All right, once more, good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's class. So I'm going to share my screen. So once you see my screen, let me know. So can you see my screen now? Okay. So we are going to start just now. So what I'm going to do first, I would like to bring in the logo I downloaded online that I would want us to use. So this is the logo. I saw it online, but I like the color choice and everything about the logo. It's not a real logo actually, it's one of those imaginary logos. So this is the logo I want to use for the design. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to list out the color I want to use, the colors I want to use. After listing them out, I'll just save them directly so we don't need to create any style guide. So I'll come here and I'll pick this color. Okay, let me pick it from here. So I'll pick this color and I'll save it directly. And I'm going to call this my primary color. So I'm going to call this my primary color and I'm going to save this one also. So I'm going to pick my second color, which is this. And I'm going to save it like I did for the first one. Just going to save this as my secondary color. So let me rename it well to secondary color. Is this the darkest version of it? So let me check if it's the darkest version. Okay, so I'm going to use this one, and that's it for secondary color. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a color for my text. Now this is how you do it fastly if you don't want to create your complete design system. So you can just quickly do it like this. So I'm going to click on this box and I'm going to detach this, pick a color for my text. I think I like the black on this since it's not 00000, like you were told that you should not use 000 to design. So I'm going to take this particular color and save it as my my text color. So I've gotten it. So I need two more colors, which is I'm going to do my white color, the one for white, and I'll save it as white. I'm also going to save another color. So what I do is just detach instead of drawing several boxes, and I'm going to pick a gray color that I would use for I think I like this. So I'll just save this as my gray color. So gray. So now I'm done with this. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just select the ones I'll use for my text. Let's say I want my, since it's websites we are designing. So I'll just quickly name this header, and I would increase, put the font I want to use. Let's say I want to use 64, or yeah, 64. So I'm just going to name this, and I want this to be bold. So I'll just name this my header text. I'll duplicate this, and I'll reduce this one. I'll detach it so that I can edit it. I'll still keep this one. I'll keep this one regular, and yes, I'm going to reduce this to 40, and I'll name this. Sorry, I'll still need it to be bold. So I'm going to name this. I'm going to name this sub header. So I still want another one. Now, you know why I'm doing all this? So when I start designing, I'm doing it for the consistency sake. So when I start designing, everything will be consistent. So if I decide to use this header and it's not looking very well on my screen, I would have to move to the next one. So I would still get to hold plenty of this, and I would click on this to make it, I'll detach it. Then I'll make it this my regular font. I'll change it to 32. Yes, 32. Then I can, no, not 32. I want to just do my regular font, so I can make this, and I'll just save it and call it text. So I've gotten 3 out of this. So I would do the last one. So this is going to be my last one. This is already detached, 24. I'll just make it bold, and I'll call this button. So now I've gotten everything I want to use for the design. So I can start designing. So let me go to plugin and remove the background of this. Okay, did not remove. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop this till I get to what I want. So you all see what I'm doing. Enter. So I've reduced it to how I want it to be. Hold on shift. You can still reduce, crop it if you don't like how it is. So I don't want plenty spaces to be there. So this is what I'm doing. So this is my icon that I want to use. At the side, I can still see spaces. So I can decide to take it all inside so that I don't get to see any space. Now I will just go straight to create my nav bar. I'm going to make this 100. So I want my nav bar to be white. So I'll just get to choose my white color. I can just decide to add um, an effect. Let's say drop shadow, and I would want to reduce this to be 2, 2. So the 2 is still much for me. I don't like how it's showing. So let's say 1, 1. So there's no, okay, let me remove this and use this. So I just want something to, I don't want it to be pure white. So I just want something like this to be here to differentiate it. So I'll just drag this. I'll just drag my logo up here and take it up here. I'll quickly add my layout grid 12, and I can use 20. No, okay, so so depending on what you're trying to design. So okay, this one is okay for me. 70 is okay for me. I can increase my gutter to 30. Okay, so this works very well for me. Yeah, this works very well for me. So going to I'm going to drag out my ruler and I'll place it the first one here. I'll drag out the second one and I'll place it here so that I can turn off my. You know how to get this ruler, right? Is there any person here that don't know how to get ruler? In case your ruler is not showing. Okay. Yeah, shifts are. So then I'm going to just turn off this. I'm just gonna turn this off so that I can see what I am doing. Now I've gotten this and I want to get what and what am I supposed to use for a fintech app? So I want to get something like open account. So we are trying to open an imaginary fintech app, open account. So this is not the text I want to use, so I'll just go straight to make it. Oh, I did not add one text, so I'm going to detach this and I'm going to make this 20, and yes, then I'm going to save this as um nav text. So this is what I would use for my nav text. Open account. Now if you remember, we set a color for text, so I'm just going to use this as my color text. So I've gotten this and I'll just duplicate all by holding down alt, and I'm going to. Okay, so please suggest what am I going to edit this as? So I need to see your text. Suggest about us for a fintech app. Uh, so let's suggest. Let's be fast. Save as you earn. Okay. Okay. Let's use trade, get gift cards, and the rest of them. Swap. Yeah. Swap, trade, gift card. So for the swap, we know that we're supposed to have something like, so a drop down. Let's say we want to make use of a drop down. So I'll come here and I'm going to right click, go to my plugins, material design icons. So I'm using material design icons. I'll just choose what's it called? You see, uh, let me see. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to use outline instead of. So this is what we are looking for. This. So I'm going to get it down here. So what I'll do is I'm going to copy this text color. Let me check the color code. So I'll copy the color code, copy. So I'll just change this, command B. 48 by 48. So I've gotten what I want here. So I'll just close it, remove this from the frame, and I'm going to drag it up here. So this is still very sharp. So let me just reduce this like 80 to see if it will blend with it. Okay. So there's something I like doing at every point. So that I can be looking at if what I'm doing is actually, let me check the dimension of this first. So this is 144. So I'm just going to go straight to prototype, show prototype setting. I'll choose for I'll choose a MacBook. I'm looking for 144, but I can't find it, so I'll just choose a MacBook, and I'll be playing it as we are designing, so that when you play your design, that's when you know how it's looking. From just designing it like that, you might not know how it's looking. So it's better and advisable that you play your designs most time. So because this is not the exact frame, this is how it's showing. I'll go back and see if I can get a custom size. 144. So to be copy. Oh no. Let me just play it and see. So I'm going to check why that is happening. 144. Okay. So let's check it out now. So this is it, but I still don't like how this icon is showing. So let's go back to design and probably reduce this icon. Twenty-four by 24. No, it's not going to work. So just reduce it. Since this icon is not giving me what I want, I'll just go straight to Google, font.google.com. and I'll select the icon from there. So I would come here and I'll type arrow to see which one it's going to give me, which is better. So I'll just download the SVG version of it. I'll go back to my Figma. I'll copy it from my system to where it is. Download, so save that, expand. So I'll go down. So I'll just copy this in here. So okay, so this is what I want to use. So I'm going to select the same color as the text. Okay, so let me keep it here for swap. Let's say open account doesn't need any of those things. So for swap, I will go straight to this, and I'll do the same for this. Look at how, and I'm making sure that everything is aligned. So I'm going to align this and I'll group it. I'll do the same for this one. I'll align it and I'll group it. I'll do same for this and I'll align and group them. So once I'm done with this, I'll then bring this to make sure that they are on the same 56. Okay, so I'll still align each of them. I'll still align each of them. So what I'll do now is I'll reduce the color for this. Maybe I'll reduce the opacity. So like 50 or 60. If 50 is too dark, let's make it 60. So then I'm going to group this. So you can see the time we are wasting on just Nav Bar, because the way I design in a way where once I do my designs, it's from the Nav Bar, I'm already arranging everything to be looking fine and proper. So what I'll do next is to do my login and sign off. So I'll just get a voting, make it 60. So if I look and there's no space for this, I'm just going to change the pattern I'll use for my login. So instead of using that pattern, I can just decide to come here and I'll make this, I'll put an icon here, plug in material design icon. So I go to Google and I'll type account. So when I type account, I'll just decide to copy this, to download this. So I'll go to I'll go and drag it in. Okay, so this is it. I'll just delete this. Okay, let me just. So I'll bring this here. And I'll pick off my drop down using Alt. And I'll take it here. But because of heuristic principles, I'm just going to write something underneath it. So it's going to be accounts. I'll just type accounts. So let me get to ungroup this because of how it's. So this is 100% and we reduce it to 60. So it's just to do it back. And this is 60. So who can tell me why I am making use of this account and using a drop down? Okay, so someone can please put up your hand so that you tell me why I'm using accounts instead of using login and signing. Anyone? Okay, Innocent. Okay, Innocent, you can talk now. Unmute and speak. You can unmute yourself now to speak.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I guess it's the arrow kind of contains the login and the sign up tab button. Get like you can use the navigation distance to go to those places. I guess that's what I see.
Okay, so thank you very much. Wisdom, you can speak now.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
I think it's because of the aesthetic and minimalist design so that you don't put login and accounts in one straight line, thereby crowding the nav bar. Hello?
Yeah, thank you very much. I heard you. And the last person to talk, Olumuyiwa. All right, so you can see what you want to say.
No, I've spoken. I was the one who spoke
Okay,
first.
okay, okay. All right. All right, so you are all correct. I really don't want to put login, sign in, floating there. So I just decided to put account. And once you click on this login, it can now lead you to the what's it called? So what I'll do now is I'm going to change this to the primary color. So let's say I'll just change this to the primary color and see how it looks. So I've grouped them. So I'll come here and I'll still regroup these ones like I did initially. But because of something, I had to remove it. So I'll group these three together. Okay, so Ugochi, you want to say something?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
Are we designing the FinTech landing page or the dashboard for the user? Because I'm saying open account and then
Okay,
also
so we are designing the landing page.
okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, so let me align all. So now I'm going to tidy it up so I have equal space between them. Okay, so you can see how it's taking me the amount of time it's taking me just to the design, just to get my nav bar. So I'm going to group this together, Ctrl G, and I'll name this nav bar. It's very advisable that you go through these processes because of your developer. So now when your developer wants to code this, it doesn't have issues about asking you of different things because you've already laid down everything. And I can just decide to make this a frame and still name it Nava, depending on what you want to do. So now this is my nav bar frame. So if I want to design any other thing, I can decide to make this also a component. So if I want to use it on different screen, let's say I want to use it on different screen, I can still use it. So this is for my nav bar. Then I'll come down and I'm going to design my hero page. Now there's something we call what's it called? We call this part the hero page. This is where you sell your company. Let's say this is a fintech app. Yes, this is a fintech app. So this is my hero page. I'm going to change the color to white. Okay, so let's view it and see. Is it really dull? So if it's dull, what I'm trying to do is to tell the users make sure the users know the exact page we are on. So I can just decide to if this is dull, I can just decide to make it text and make it 100 vac. Well, so how do I get to do this? So what I will do now is what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a circle, a sorry, a line Is it no a rectangle, not a line? A rectangle, a very small rectangle. I did not draw my line, so let me just pick a rectangle. So this is 9. Let me make it 6. Figma can mess you up sometimes, but we are used to it. So I can just decide to keep it like this, just to show that we are on this first tab. Then I would make this a little this bold 20. So we can still work with this and make it, let's say, 80 instead of the 100. Then I can make this one bold, but I just know that I want to keep. Okay, yeah. So this should be bold also, to show that, let's say, this is where I am. Uh, so many things fighting for attention for me. So let's go back to leave it the way it was. So this is better. So this is settled. Now let's go to this page. This is not supposed to be in the nav bar, so I'll remove it from nav bar. I'm going to bring this down, and I'll call this my hero section. But let me wait first. So I'm going to bring in my text, and what should I have here? Someone should suggest a text. I can just say, uh, put your money, save your money to earn more. Save your money to earn more. To earn more. So this is what I want to use. So I'll come right here and I'll make it header text. Save your money to earn more. Okay, so this is good. You can save your money to earn more. Then let me just write plugin, or let's say be disciplined with your savings to become financially stable. So I'll change it to my normal text. I think I really don't like the line spacing here, so I'm going to make this 32. Yeah. So what am I? So let me go to plugins, browse community. I saw a new plugin today. I think it's called Nigerian logo. Let me say Play Store logos. Nigerian logos. Let me see if I can see Play Store here. But then if I can't see, I'll go to let me go to this to see Play Store UI UX Wing. So let me see if it's here. It's just the icon. So I'll just go to Google Play Store .png. Uh, so it's still loading. Okay. Okay, so we'll just go to download this icon. I'm waiting for it to. It's still loading. Okay, it's better here. So I'll just copy the image from here and I'll come to my design. Let's close this first. I'll come here and I'll paste it as, let's see. Oh, it's my this thing that went to copy. So copy image, come here and I'll paste it. So my image is not copying. But I need to get this logo. So what should I do? Copy image. Let me come back here and paste it and see. It should work now, yes. So what I will do is I'm going to just reduce this to the size I want. And I'll duplicate this. Ctrl D. For this one, I'm going to crop it and I'll crop out the first one. So this is it. I'll still want to crop so that I don't get to see any space. So this is it. So for the second one, I'm going to leave the Apple Store. So I've gotten my Apple and my so I still want to remove the space between so that it will not give me issue. I don't want any space, so let's align this again, and I'm going to bring them here. I'll have to reduce this, hold down shift, reduce it. Let's say yes. So which color, what do I want to use here? Let's say I want to use the color for this, and you know that I'm going to make all these white. So let's see. Uh, view screen. So we can't see you know why, right? No need to explain this. So it's just to bring them below this. So this and this is supposed to be below this. This should be in this actually. So now it's going to show. So you can see the time it's taking us to just come up with a good hero section. So now what do I need here? Okay, I need something like a phone screen. So let me check for phone mockups. So you check anyone that suits what you want to do. Uh, phone mockups, phone mockups, phone mockups. So I don't like anyone here, but would have to make do with this. So let's copy this image, take it to Figma, and I'm just going to paste here. So let me paste it somewhere here. Okay, so I'll quickly use remove.bg to remove this. And again, I'm going to crop it so that the spaces between them don't disturb your work. So that's why I like cropping, so that I don't get to see so many spaces. Like there's sometimes you design and you notice that you have a lot of space that you're not using. No. Okay. So this works for me. Okay, so I can keep it like this and I will drag this in like this. So what am I going to do next? So as you can see, it's not, this blue is not going to work for us. So I'm just going to change this back to white, and I will change this to text to the blue itself, or to the secondary color. So this should be a different color. So I just decided to use this. Okay, so the design is coming up bit by bit. So what should I put here? Let me look for any app on my system on my phone. Let's just look for apps online. FinTech homepage. So I just need the home page. Or there is another way we can do it, which is by snapping on your phone. Okay, this is not a picture. So I'm going to look for a picture till I get a picture. In essence, what is this showing you? That coming up with a design, it's is not a one-time process, or it's something you do and do till you get. That's why it's mostly advisable that before you start any design, try to do your, what's it called, your user flow and the rest of them. So this is not staying very conducive. Okay, so I'm going to just, so I'm going to so this should be on top of this. Yeah, so I can now oh, it should be on top of this. Use as marks. So why is this going? Okay, so since that approach is not working, I shall use another approach, which is I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'll go to my points and I'll change this to curve and I'll try to replicate to curves. So I'll add something here and so the design process achieving something is not, it's not an easy one. You might go through different steps just to achieve what you want. So I can just decide to look for a way to draw exactly what I have on this frame, just to make sure this picture would balance in. But this is going to waste our time, so let's look for alternative on how to do it. This is supposed to be the best way. Corner radius. Yeah, that's another approach. Yeah, that's true. So let me go back to the rectangle and try using corner radius. But I doubt if corner radius will be rounded as what we want. But let's just check it out. So because there is no time, if not, I would have used that shape to get exactly what I want. So just decide to come here and let's say 100, no, 90, 80, 85, no, 75. Okay, so 75. Okay, yes. So I'll this image, I'll take it. Yeah, this is it. But this image is not fine. This index is not fine. For me, it's not fine. So let me look for another one. Let me shall look for another fine one. Okay, Bernard, do you want to say something? So Bernard, you can unmute. Okay, you sent one. Oh, that's two. Let me download it then. Okay, so I'm going to save this one. So let me look for it on my system. Oh, let me get to Zoom. Open in file. So I can now save this to add to photos. So let's change this image. So I can change this image with this one. Yep. Okay, so but this color and this color is not matching. So what are we going to do? So normally you know that what you're supposed to put here is the color for your screen. So I think we'll just decide to change this to match with the color of this so we don't get to I wish this is a what's it called? An SVG file so that I I can just change the picture, but no, it's not. So let me see if I can make it black and white. So if it can stay as black and white, I think we'll just use it like that. But if it can't, we have so many colors now. Bernard, I don't know where did you get this? Can you quickly just use the color we are using, or we need to? Okay, I think I know what to do. Or quickly just construct any logo for us to use right now. Or just construct any logo. 180. So, so just name it direct in. So we are going to make use of the color we have here. We'll make use of this color. We'll make use of this other color. So it's supposed to rhyme. Uh, So let's make this black. So we have our imaginary logo so that we can continue. So I can decide to reduce this. Okay. So let me just quickly send this out and bring this in. Okay. So let's leave it like this. So I'm just going to tidy up. I'll group this. So since it's something like this, I'm thinking of doing something. So I'm thinking of changing all this to white. So let's check this now. So let's move further to design other section of it. So what I'll do is I'll just group this. Command G and I'll call it max. You go text. I know you can use some other things to design your work so that it will look more presentable. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to increase this. Always hold down control when trying to increase this. So the next section I'm going to design should be Okay, it's going to be small, so I'll just do this. People that trust us, so I'll just list different logos here. So how am I going to do that? I'll change this to this color. Well, I'll reduce the transparency to like 10. Then I'm going to go to Iconify, or Nigeria icon. Nigeria logos. Okay, it's already installed. So let me just make use of our Nigerian logos. Go to plugin Nigerian logos. Let's say Kuda. So I'll reduce this to after Kuda. What should I which other one? Please list Nigerian brands that you know that are fintech. Quida, Quick Teller, which other one? Carly wise. So okay, so I'm done with this. We can make use of these 4 icons. So that's a plugin that we most times need. So for Nigeria icons, instead of just this is Kuda Bank, it's so I'll reduce this, hold down shift, I'll hold down shift and I'll reduce this. So let's say this, hold down shift again to reduce this. I'll delete this, come to this place. This is still too big. I'll reduce it. So let's say these are brands that have used us before. So I'll bring this here and I'll still reduce this one. Let me see how many is this. 43 the height. This is 140 something. So I can still decide to reduce it more. So for Quidas, I think I'll need to re-import Quidas. So I'll need to re-import Kuda and Quidas. So go back to plugins, run last plugin. Quidas. Command G. Let me start reducing it. And I can decide to good at the last logo I'm going to import, and I'm done. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'm going to use the same color for all of them. So I'm going to change this color to, let's see, let me reduce it to 50. I don't want them to, I just want them to be like, so let me say 5, 3. So this now is, once I hover on each of these, it can give me the other color, the colors I want. So this is 50. So I'm going to change all. This is and I'm going to change it to 50, 50. Same thing here. Yeah? 50. Same thing here. Yeah? So let's see how this is looking. So what next? Should be something like why people trust us. So this should be sub header. You know, we have another primary color that we did not see. So that's why it's now very tiring. So I did not change that primary color. So I can just decide to change this one now by by clicking here, and I'll change the color of this to this. So I've changed it back to our primary color. So why people trust us? We can just decide to okay. So before I continue, is there any question? Okay, is there anyone that is currently designing as we are going? Okay, so all right, let's continue. Why people trust us? We can just decide to uh, um, easy, easy. So I'll change this to detach this bold. We are easy. So for easy, I can just decide to keep it like this. Then alt, bring it down, 20 regular. So this is 24. I'll make it 27. Yeah. Okay, so I keep it easy, fast. better. So let me go to uxwings.com. Let's say easy. Easy. Look for icon that is matching. So let me go with this instead. I'll download the SVG. I'll come to my Figma. Go to my files. Then I'll look for what I just downloaded. Touch. Okay, so this is it. I'll bring it into Figma. I'll bring it into Figma. For time's sake, I'll just use just this one to show all. So I'm going to change the color of this to white. So let me see something. No. So I'm changing all the color, all this to my text color. I did not notice that we've been using black since. So I'll change it to my text color. Okay. So let me check for another one. The next one is what? Fast. For fast, I'm just going to use anything simple here. Even this is not, it's not related to, so I'll just fast. Let me look for fast in my system. Fast, fast, fast. Okay, I've seen it. I'll just drag it in. So I'm going to take it in here. So change it to white, right? And you clock. Okay, so I'm just showing you where to, how you can get it. So what I'll do is I'll just bring in any icon I have in my system just to complete this part. It might not be related to it, but I'm just bringing in any icon I have on my system. So you can see that as you can see, our app is going small. So let me try to use, let me try to remove it from custom to presentation and see how it's going to look now. It's looking small. Let's just use this like that. Because I cannot find the exact screen I use, so let's just manage this app screen like that. So that's how you do down and down. You might decide to take your time to start designing it one after the other, down and down, till you get to your footer. So is there any question before I explain the tax for today? So I'm waiting for someone to say something. Okay. I guess with this you already know the tax for today. Okay, so wisdom, you can talk. I've asked you to unmute.
All right. I wanted to ask, this information, will they be given by the client for real-time web design?
No, it will not be given to you by the client. So what the clients will do is they'll just give you a brief and tell you we want a fintech app, and this is how I want it to be. This is how I want it to be. That's all they'll give you. Now it's left for you to start your research. That's why every design starts with research. After you do your research, you analyze your research, you come up with your user flow, information architecture, wireframe, so that you will not be confused on what you're doing. Then at the same time, as a product designer, you are also a copywriter. So you need to write good copies that will sell your client's business. Although some clients will decide to use their own content creators to give you content. But if the client is not willing to do so, that's why when you're giving them your price list, you should include that one also. Some people decide to just take it. For instance, I can decide to bill a client and include a UX writer build there. So I'll look for a UX writer to give me the copy by just explaining what I want to do to the person. But just know that they'll just give you, okay, I want to design a fintech app, and they'll just tell you the features. I want this, I want to be able to send money, I want to be able to do this. You come up with everything from start to finish.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so Bernard.
All right, Boma. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, my question is, I'm very sorry. I have almost 2 or 3 questions. One, about the qualification, is it qualification promoting to the next stage? I submitted the assignment, but as of now, I'm still yet to be promoted to the next stage. That is one. Maybe you can help me
Okay.
review that. That is
All
one.
right.
There is another question. I don't know if it is a bad thing to actually be using a single Figma workspace to submit the assignment, because my previous assignment, the 2 previous tasks, I submitted them using the same file link. I don't know if it's a bad thing.
Okay, so if I am you, this is what I'm going to do. So this is page 1. I'm just going to name this one first assignment. Let's say first assignment, so that the person that is looking at it would not be confused. You get? So second, I can just do second assignment. It's the same link. This is the same link. It's not giving me a different link, but it's just giving me different tabs. So if I am to come down here, or you rename it using the name of the tax, the name of the assignment. So instead of me to come down here and I'm seeing a different one, I can just go straight to the second
Okay,
assignment.
Okay, you're creating pages for it. That is two different
Yes,
pages.
but it's still the same link. Just be creating pages so that it will be
The same
arranged.
link. I'll just create another page, another page, another page.
Yes, so that the person
Okay.
that is grading, it might not be me, the person that is grading can
Yeah,
quickly
that's
come
what
and
my
check. Yes, and
okay.
check the second assignment and see it.
That's my concern because I was thinking maybe that was why I'm not yet being
No, no,
promoted
no,
because
no.
maybe they can't actually find, maybe they are paying it as double.
So just arrange it like this. If you want to use
All right.
one Figma link, because I know that Figma is limited. There's a limit to which you can do. So you can decide to just use one and start listing them page by page. So the person you marking will quickly look for the assignment and know which one to grade.
All right then. Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you,
so,
Nizo.
okay, so any other question? Okay, so in 2 minutes, I'm going to explain your task to you. So what we are doing this week is to design a fintech app, a fintech landing page. So it's just a landing page and the dashboard. So what I mean by dashboard is, so the simplest way to do this is go to any fintech app, Kuda, any of those ones you want to look at it. If you have account with them, create and see what it leads you to. Or you can check on Binance, Dribble, check for fintech dashboard. And so you're submitting both the landing page and the dashboard. So are we clear on this? Is there any question? We have 2 minutes to end this class, so we could not do much. Designing takes time. Any person that is telling you that you see the time we spent on just to get this Nav Bar correct. So you don't expect to do a design sharply, except you how will I put it? You've gotten there are some persons that they can do it in 2 minutes. Fine. 2 minutes I'm exaggerating, but there's some persons that can do it. So, but for you to be able to come out with a good design that people might not make plenty correction, it's better that you spend time, even if it will take you 1 hour just arranging this hero section. Take your time, do different variants. If you use this color and it's not working, use another color. There's no perfect design at once, so you can just start reviewing, doing it until you come up. But there are basic principles you need to know: alignment, all of those ones. Your work should just be aligned, and the rest of them you can do it multiple times before you finally get it. So don't rush your designs. Take your time. Take your time to design it and you do it. So which link are we sending it to? Start doing it. A link will come out before your submission date. So this is I'm just telling you to do it. A link will come out before your submission date. So you are doing a dashboard and you're doing the landing page of any fintech app, fintech website. So this is where we'll call it a day. Any other question? Dark mode. Someone that wants to do dark mode. If you shall do dark mode and your color is not fine, we'll still review it. So if you want to do it and you know that you're good, no Apple websites. Fintech. Let it be money. I want to see money. People that will use money picture to put it here, but I shall want to see money. So in no other question. Okay, Wale, quickly, in 1 minute, shoot. Okay, Wale, you can talk now. Hello, Wale. Are you saying anything? Okay, so Wale is not saying anything. Dappy.
Yeah, so you said you are designing the landing page and what else?
And the dashboard. So for it to be easy for you, go online, check for fintech dashboard. You can just go online, fintech dashboard. So you're submitting both the dashboard and the landing page. So you can see them online. Fintech dashboards. So you can see different dashboards. Just try to replicate any one of your choice. And once you are replicating it, please pay attention to UX. it should be usable. So we have plenty dashboards online, because when you are designing in the real world, you will not just design landing page and drop. You need to design dashboard and the rest of them. So I guess that's all. So we'll call it a day for today. So any other conversation should be done on the Slack channel. Thank you very much for joining today's class. All right, bye. See you
Okay,
next
sorry,
week.
a quick one,
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that there's something I really want to point out. So if you're going to be replicating a design, I think one of the things you guys would actually, so this is for me, with all due respect for your trainer, I'd want to see, even if it's a link or an image to what you're replicating. I'd want to see it. So if it's an image, so I'm going to drop, so one of the things, so what you're going to submit two links. Your Figma link, of course, the Figma link is going to have these two designs, going to be in one Figma link. And then I'm going to, another thing will be either a link, or you probably just put up an image of what you are replicating, because I would want to compare to see how well you were able to even replicate what you saw. So well, I'm just going to I'll make it a screenshot. Maybe a screenshot is better. Maybe you just take a screenshot of what you want to replicate and you submit that to, so we actually see it. Or better still, to avoid a lot of submissions, just paste it on your board. I think, Boma, that's actually just fine. They
Yes,
can
yes,
actually
paste
just
it on the board.
paste
Please
what you're
don't follow
replicating.
it verbatim. I don't want to see
Yeah,
exactly. So
I
you're
just want to know what
designing,
you're
you are not
replicating.
copying. Yeah.
So let me see how well you're able to, come up with something that's a bit different from what you actually did. So I hope you guys noted that. So thank you very much, Buma. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Someone said the task joke. Don't worry. So please, guys, submission deadline is not going to be extended. So let's pay attention to that. So thank you guys very much and have a wonderful night's rest.